Speaking of superhero movies,
Deadpool.
this was pretty freaking cool. Now this wasn't Marvel Studios. This is 20th Century Fox. 20th Century Fox owns the rights to all the mutants. That's why they produce the X-Men movies. But thankfully, I've gotten back on track with the last two ones. X-Men First Class and Days of Future Past. Days of Future Past was really, really good.
Sure.
We spoke about it.
Yeah, fantastic.
They're hopefully getting back on track here. Deadpool is technically he's a mutant. He's not an X-Men character, but he's a mutant. So they own that right. Ryan Reynolds, for years, has wanted to do a Deadpool project. In X-Men Origins, which was horrific, he played Wade, I forget his last name, of Deadpool's character, basically as part of the Weapon X whatever team in the beginning of the movie. And he had some quips. He didn't have the outfit because he wasn't all disfigured yet, but he was good. He was good for what it was. And Ryan Reynolds always plays a good smartass, going way back to Van Wilder and everything else. So, and he likes the comic. He wanted to do this. So for years, they've been wanting to get this off the ground. So apparently, 3 years ago, they did a 2-minute test footage that was partially live action, partially CG. It's online now. I'm even afraid to put it down here where you can view it while you're watching this on YouTube. I'll probably put stills because I'm afraid it'll get taken off by 20th Century Fox.
I was surprised I was able to watch it at 8:30 p.m. because it had already been ripped down twice prior.
I hope 20th Century Fox said screw it. The reaction's good. Basically, what happens in it is, if you don't know Deadpool, quick rundown. They call him the Merc with the mouth. He is I think the only comic character I know that knows he's in a comic book. He constantly breaks the fourth wall. He always references that it's a comic book, and I guess the limitations of the comic, and just he has fun with it. He's absolutely insane. He has the same healing factor as Wolverine does. He also has an adamantium lace skeleton, so he's hard to kill, and he's just a goofy, violent character. So it would be if it came to film, it would be a different superhero movie because of that alone. He'd be talking to the camera and having, violent, chopping people's limbs off and everything else. He uses katanas and guns. So in this 2-minute clip, it's exactly the tone of the character in comic. It is spot on for how a Deadpool movie in theory should be.
What's sad is that you watch it, and I like Deadpool in there. Deadpool is really good when you read Deadpool in like a one-shot because it's funny and it's great and it's a great way to pass time. Reading a whole Deadpool series, there is such a thing as too much Deadpool. Anyways, watching it, I thought it was actually pretty decent. And what I liked and what I think I read was what they wanted to do was test the timing of Ryan Reynolds and basically his quips, his dialogue, his voice that he would use for it. And, kind of roughly show what the action that they would intend to show would be. Yeah. But his timing was perfect. He nailed the character. I mean, I don't know that I've heard a voice actor in a game or anything else do him better. Like, he nailed it. Why was it put on hold?
Because it's 20th Century Fox. If it was Marvel Studios, they would have came out with it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. And being that they keep producing X-Men movies, the rights for 20th Century Fox, I don't know if there's a year limit for everything going back to Marvel, but you have to make a movie like every 3 or 4 years to keep the rights, apparently, something like that. So, I don't know why. Hopefully, with the fervor from this clip, people saying, holy shit, this is awesome, hopefully that will get a greenlit. Here's the problem, though. Ryan Reynolds is not a bankable lead actor, especially in comic movies. He failed with Green Lantern, which is a very mediocre film, and then R.I.P.D. flopped miserably a year ago. Yeah, so that might. I'm just saying that's what's working. I'm playing devil's advocate. That at 20th Century Fox are probably like, we can't go with him. But here's the thing, though. Ryan Reynolds, you won't see him anyway. He'll just be the guy in the suit. And by the way, in the clip, it was actually a motion capture. Yes. He wasn't actually with the costume.
Well, a lot of it was CG, but the suit was CG'd on.
And it looked fine. And this was 3 years ago, so and that was only test footage. So 3 years later, it'll probably look fantastic in a real movie.
Well, but the thing is I'm not even a massive Ryan Reynolds fan, but to come to his aid a little bit, no one expected the Green Lantern movie to be good. I'm not going to insult the Green Lantern, but once again, it's a case of DC has a tough time doing anything well with their characters. 2, R.I.P.D., another thing that no one knew anything about. Sure. It didn't flop because of Ryan Reynolds. It flopped because they tried to do an R.I.P.D. movie. Sure. I'm just saying, wasn't fucking Bridges? Wasn't Bridges? Right. Okay. I mean, if Bridges isn't enough to make someone go see, get someone at least remotely interested in a comic book movie, I mean, it's not the lead actors.
Sure.
It's not them.
Well, did that Wizard movie with Bridges come out yet? Did that one come out that was announced like 2 years ago?
No.
See, that's bad then, because that one they probably keep pushing back because it's probably terrible. I saw I think test footage for that 2 years ago at Comic-Con or something, or I saw the trailer for that a year and a half ago. I don't think it ever came out.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But Bridges isn't bankable for a genre film either. Overall, Tron Legacy didn't do total gangbusters. It did okay. It didn't like blow the roof off of anyone.
No, but Bridges is respected.
Yes, but that doesn't get your movie a $100 million tentpole picture. But here's the thing, though. So 20th Century Fox is probably thinking, we don't know if this guy can do it. Maybe. But here's the thing. They should give it a shot. Because now, again, going back to Guardians of the Galaxy, Deadpool is a lot more well-known than Guardians of the Galaxy. It's probably less risky because Guardians of the Galaxy is a space opera for the most part.
Right.
And this is just like a violent Wolverine-type character that's funny.
With slapstick humor. Like, you get that to a PG-13 rating, and you have every high schooler
You get the teenagers
going.
in there. Exactly. So we'll see what happens. Check out the clip before it's taken down by 20th Century Fox. But hell, if I was 20th Century Fox, I'd leave it up. It's hype. It's free advertising.
Right, and it's a good gauge of whether or not they should actually fucking do something that they started in 2011.
Rob Liefeld, he's proud of it, and he's the creator of the character. He's like...
He also can't draw feet.
Okay, we're not talking about feet, though. But the whole point is that he endorses it. Supposedly the script is very accurate to the character. So if the creator of the character thinks it's good, that's good enough for me to get the story going.
Layfield's a whole nother topic. That man is just garbage.
That man is garbage?
He can't draw.
That's not everything, Ian, right?
He can't draw.
Yeah, now I gotta go back and look at my old X-Forces to see the feet.
Seriously. Well, no, you won't see them because they're hidden in every panel.
What do they draw?
And when you do see them, they are triangles.
I think I know what you're talking about.
And everything has a pouch. Everything has tiny little pouches that you couldn't possibly hold anything in except for maybe like a fun-sized box of Junior Mints.
Cable has 40 pouches on his outfit.
It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
Anyways, whatever. Sorry, Rob. You're fine. I'm sure you're a good dad.
He's really a good person. Now, if he watches the CU podcast, he'll be upset.
Have you ever seen his picture of Cap? His famous picture of Cap?
No feet.
No. Well, I'll show you the famous picture of Cap afterwards.
We'll put it right here to end this segment on YouTube.
All right.
The picture of Captain America.
Wonderful. Sounds good.